Baby, oh my, baby. And we're back. What's up? What's up? What's up? Guys, it's been a hot little minute now. Mimi needed a break. There was so much on my plate, and I, now knowing myself, was okay with not forcing shit. I've come a long way from where I used to be and feeling like I just gotta, even if I'm dying, I just gotta. We don't live like that no more. We live with true purpose, knowing that everything that's happening, everything that is working in its true fashion is exactly the way it needs to be. It's happening in exactly the way that it needs to be. And there's no pressure. There's no forcing it. There's no, oh, but this and that. I was going crazy a few months ago trying to just pick up my schedule and balance it all out. But I persevered. I kept pushing, right? And to the point where it was like, okay, let me actually figure out what my life is looking like right now. Let me figure it out. And everything just started falling into place. And now we're about to come into my birthday season. Virgos, where you at? Yeah. Where are all my Virgo babies? Yes. Big ups to the big Virgs out there. Yeah, we big stepping this time. It is our season and we're doing it big. It's our season. We've been waiting 8 months. It's our time now. So celebrate yourself. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be in a season. It feels good to be in a purposeful moment. And knowing that, yeah, we are always going to be very meticulous, very on point, very cute. Coming back to speak right now is giving me the vibes. It's giving me the, hi, it's been a while. It's nice to see you again. Welcome. Oh, gosh, I love it. Or welcome back to another episode of Present Not Perfect. I'm your host, Jeanite. Babes, we got a lot to talk about. Not even to be funny. But with this break that I went through, there's a lot that I've gone through. We got a lot to talk about. Oh man, yeah. I'm not even gonna start with a preface. We're gonna just jump right into it because otherwise I'll be here for 3 hours. So let's get into it. Bow. You ever realize when certain things are happening, right, in your life and you're elevating, you're moving up, you're building traction to another level? People that start to separate themselves, or universe, God separates them from your life. Something's happening there where either the energy isn't merging anymore or they just weren't for you in the first place, right? And I've been noticing there's a lot with different paradigms, like when you want to better your life, when you want to do something different, when you want to change and evolve, there's going to be some people or some environments that want to keep you in that same space that you used to be in just because it makes them more comfortable. It has nothing to do with you actually elevating. It's to do with them and what they wanted to feel like. It could really feel personal because then it's like, damn, why would you do this to me? Out of anybody and everybody that's done anything with interaction with you, you decide, have the audacity to do whatever you did to me. You want me to leave, you want me to go, but espérate. It's really just the energies, the universe making the shifts happen because they need to happen. And yes, for it to feel personal, something has to happen to you from that person, which is, that's the way it's going to make you feel like you need to leave. But really and truly, it has nothing to do with you. It's literally on them. It's them feeling insecure. It's them feeling like they should be above you because when you were in the space you were before you tried to better yourself, it made them feel a lot better about who they were and how they were running their lives. Ain't got shit to do with you. That's why when you make it a personal attack, it can affect you on different levels and they win. You can't win if you ain't in the game. Okay? If it's a game, it's your own game. And that's what we're running with right now. There's been so many shifts that have happened with the people that I know, and also for myself. Thankfully, that shit wasn't really hitting me like it was back in Gemini season. If y'all remember, that shit was a little heavy. That shit was a little hectic. But to see the people that are in my life going through their shifts, having the things happen to them that make them question the people that they had in their life, to then come out of that and really like check themselves, so then it's not something they should take personal. It takes a little bit of, re-navigating. For instance, right? You got somebody, you've known them for years. It could be your father, your mother, your sibling, your friend, your coworker, anybody, right? Anybody that you really held close to you with reverence. Like, yeah, that's my dog, or that's my whatever, And they just start acting weird when you got something happening. You try to alleviate the situation. You try to bring clarity to the situation so that anybody that's involved would feel better. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm doing this against you. I'm doing this to spite you. In any case, I want you a part of it with me, right? I want you there with me, celebrating with me when we actually build this shit to the T. It's not that they want to leave the people behind, but the people, it's either you feel left out on your own insecurities. You feel like they don't deserve the spot that they're trying to get to out of your own insecurities. You feel like your power is being taken away out of your own insecurities. Everything is surrounding the insecurity of that person. One thing I've noticed is a lot of these insecurities within what I witnessed happened a lot with men. I don't know if all men felt it, but it was heavy on the men, where it's either they felt emasculated by another man, they felt their power was being removed by another man, they felt another man was doing better than them, so they needed to big up their chest to show who they were. Shit got messier than milkshakes, bitch. That shit was like, oh my gosh, like y'all are emotional. Which is so funny to me, because it's like a lot of the men that would say to themselves that they are not emotional, those were the ones that were most emotional. There's so much emotional tribulation that happens when you are elevating out of a space. You feel like you want to bring everybody with you. You want to be the one to be like, yes, like we are going to make it as a team, as a group, as a conglomerate. We're going to be fucking on top. Then you realize you got a whole bunch of snakes in your circle. So many times will we sabotage an opportunity, a situation, a moment, just because of our own insecurities. One of the things that was like a prominent question this past season was, why are you mad? Why are you mad for real? Do you even know? Do you even know why you're mad? And that's the issue. A lot of people, when they're going through something emotionally, and this happens with a lot of men, because y'all act like y'all don't got emotions in the first place. Let's break it down. You were told you shouldn't cry, or whatever you were told. There are some people out there that had better parents that did allow them to really tap into their emotions. So not everybody had those type of parents where they would literally stifle them from expressing themselves. But for the majority, you were told being a man meant you kept it together 24/7. Cool. You grow up not knowing how to express yourself. You grow up not knowing exactly what you're feeling. You know you feel things, but no, I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna bring it down. I'm gonna whatever to get out of this emotion that I'm feeling. Cool. You're in a moment now, and this goes for any age. You're in a moment where you're triggered, right? You feel everything. You feel angry, you feel disappointed, you feel hurt, you feel insecure, you feel everything that's like in a negative realm of feeling. So you know you're feeling something. Well, you feel you're feeling something. You don't know what it is that you're feeling. You just feel a lot. You feel a lot. Then you start to project onto the person that you feel deserves brute force. You start to project on the person that you feel like is the cause of the issue. They could possibly just be going to make motion happen, but they make you feel like you ain't man enough. They make you feel like you ain't doing shit with your life. So what do? You get upset. You simply feel emasculated. You feel like your power is leaving you. But why is that? What are you actually upset about? That's something only you can figure out. Nobody can answer that question for you. So for the men that would really rather not tap into their emotions, there will be moments where you sabotage something just out of insecurity. You will sabotage something just out of it being a moment of you feeling like you ain't shit. And you gotta check that. Nobody else can check that for you. Now, when it comes to the women, it gets into more of a childish type of vibe. Women don't fight for no reason. Grown women don't fight for no reason. Let me rephrase that. The moment you see a woman going against another woman, something childish happened. And you can gauge who the childish one was based on how long it goes on and who continues to persist it. Clock it. It's so easy to speak out of turn. It's so easy to really believe that you are the one in the right. Your justifications matter more than everybody else's justification. You are in the right. That's the way you see it. That's the way you want to be with it. There's nothing wrong with that until there is. Because if you are unable to take accountability as a woman, you then take away all of the jurisdiction that you had in speaking on terms that makes sense. You just gonna look goofy, baby. And it's just very unfortunate because most times it's not the person that is moving forward or being in a level state of mind that is trying to keep trying to keep the dysfunction happening. It's more so the person that feels like they are left out or they should be receiving something that they feel like they are not, that ends up removing themselves energetically from the system. So if the person really did fuck with you like that and they wanted to keep you around and they wanted to help you through whatever it was, yet you sabotaged the whole play because you felt some type of way about whatever was happening, you cannot be mad when a space is cleared and you're not there anymore. You cannot be mad about a fact being made based off of your opinion. You wanted to move off of opinion, so then a fact has been made, and now here we are, no longer with you in it. And that's just the way shit, crumbles sometimes. That shit just, which is unfortunate because most times, when something falls out like that, the person that you think is going to be the most hurt isn't, because the person that's most hurt is the one that is sabotaging. The person that you would think is the most hurt is the one that it's happening to. But that person continues to move forward. That person continues to make traction. That person continues to do things bigger and better and brighter for themselves and their future and what they envision for themselves. The person that continues to sabotage only sees right now, only sees what they don't have. So they are the one that's most hurt. Yeah, the person that's happening to, they may react to it. They may end up taking it personal. They may end up in a space where it's what the fuck, bro? I was there for you, nigga. What the fuck? Hurt, crying type shit. But when they move forward, there's not a thought about you. There's not a thought about you. But you did that. Your power is still with you unless you give it away. You cannot be emasculated unless you wasn't a man in the first place. As a woman, you're not going to feel like you need to get childish and petty unless your ass was dysfunctional in the first place. You're not going to have time for that. You're not going to even think about that. You're not going to get to that point with your process. If you do, though, something's wrong. You're going into insecure territories, and you got to check that. You got to be the one to check that. Ain't nobody going to check that for you. Nobody needs to check that for you. It's not their responsibility. You are your own responsibility. The moment that you start looking crazy, if it's not valid on crazy, somebody's actually shitting on you, to the point where they're personally shitting on you, you should just let it ride. Ain't shit against you. Ain't shit against you until you perceive it that way. Insecurity is one of the biggest hindrances that exist known to man. Insecurities could turn the most sane person out of touch with reality. Insecurity will literally bring you to your knees. Insecurities You gotta know yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna be played with like Play-Doh, just putty in everybody's hands. They get to do whatever they want with you because they know your emotions are gonna be like right there. So for y'all people that want to be like, oh, I don't get emotional. I don't get emotional. Yet you are one of the ones that actually get super emotional when something doesn't go your way, or you feel targeted, or you feel like something is off within a situation. Newsflash, you are being emotional. You could possibly, right? You could possibly try to taunt somebody to make them get on your level so you could look like the one that's a huge gaslight moment right there. That's a huge manipulation moment right there. You literally make someone get to the level that you're at to then come down a little bit and be like, whoa, you're crazy. What? That's the only way that works for you, to seem unemotional. The moment you bring somebody to that level of heatedness, so then you yourself bring yourself a little bit more solid and stability, to then look at them and be like, why are you like that? Why are you screaming? Now, why you had to do that? The person trying to have a whole civil conversation with you, you over there riling them up, you screaming over there. And that is why I said in the beginning, you cannot take that shit as a personal attack, because the moment that you let them dictate how you feel, they got you. They get to write whatever story it is about who you were in the situation. If they wanted to claim that you were crazy and that you were against them, the way you react in that moment, the moment you take that shit personal, they can use all of that information against you. I'm not one for getting emotional in emotional situations. My best friend can attest for that. I will look you dead in your face with nothing on my face. Because I'm looking at you trying to figure shit out, because I'm not going to let you emotionally manipulate me to the point where I get riled up. Now, if I'm on lick, baby, it's a 50-50, especially if we on dark. But on a level head, a level space, if I can peep you, if I can peep game, like, hey, you coming a little rowdy right now, I'm going to look you dead in your face with nothing. Like, what are you doing? I may not even look confused. To be honest with you, I may just be looking at you, and I realize that makes a lot of people more upset because you don't give them anything. So they have to try everything else to see what they can get. There was a time I did, and this is why I know the difference. There was a time, of course, everybody has to go through that moment of being emotionally manipulated to understand what it feels like when they are being emotionally manipulated. You be like, the moment you come out of it, it's like you were in the fucking Twilight Zone. It feels like whoa, like what the fuck just happened? Everything just feels like you were in a bubble of chaos. Like it just feels so, what? Everything happens so fast. And spiritually speaking, that is a spirit of chaos in there with you. And I believe I spoke on this in an episode way back, where I was talking more so on like relationship standards and how things can come to chaos if you're in an argument with somebody or you have a disagreement with somebody, and how quickly it can just escalate. Like everybody's going through this journey, and God is experiencing all of these situations through us. And as we create, we get to experience creation over and over again. Complete tangent. But anyway, with us knowing more about ourselves, we come to the place where we can now appreciate everything that we come with. When we are in interaction with other people, knowing ourselves, knowing the parts of ourselves that can go to that dark place. Say you got to protect yourself against someone. Instead of taking on their darkness that they want to give you in the moment, because when emotions are riled up, just know there's a spirit in there with you about to make some shit hit the fan. And it's on you to understand where your base spirit is. This is that same entity. That shit feeds off of that. It feeds, like it's so salivating from all of that energy that you guys are putting into it the moment you take it personal. And coming from somebody that is moving into leveling up, just know the quality of that energy, because you are able to move up in life is not the same as those that give up. The quality of your energy, when you are somebody that can actually level up, and it's just so, it comes to you so naturally. It's something that you don't have to really think too hard about. Yeah, you make plans here and there to get to a next point, because it has to happen that way. You have to have a plan. But there are some people that get stagnant. There are some people where they can't level up because they didn't listen. They don't listen. So they keep things replaying in their life on a loop, keeping themselves stuck. Nobody else is keeping them there. Themselves. They are keeping themselves there. Not on purpose. They might just not know, right? Some of them do. But a lot of people just don't realize that they are the ones sabotaging their own shit to not be able to move forward. There's so many different scenarios, so many different ways this thing can unfold. But for those people that are easily able to level up, even if some hardship happens, you still come out of that. Does that shit off you? The quality of your energy is not the same as those that have given up. So when you let yourself become affected by those that see yourself above them, salivating, that entity is feeding off of everything. That's why you feel like it's a twilight zone. That's why you feel like, what the fuck just happened? You've been taken. Your energy has been stolen from you. And from there, you really got to be mindful. That's when you start feeling hurt. You start feeling betrayed, stabbed in the back. And it's like, damn, but no, just peep it before you take it personal. Ask them questions before you start taking it as statements to give them. Like, oh, but you did this. Instead, why? Goes a long way. And I know it is very intense in the moment to compose yourself. Like, it's very intense to do that, like, because you have to breathe. You have to really, like, it's a lot. But the more you get comfortable with actually taking a second to think about what the fuck is happening around you in your environment, you start moving like a spy. You start moving like tactical. Like, shit is war out here. If you know, you know. You start moving different. It's not for you to take it personally. You get all of this anxiety. You start feeling like all of this in your chest. You start feeling like everything is what's going on. You start feeling like everything's about to fall out the window. You start feeling like everything's about to erupt because of that. All of it's sitting right here. Like, the moment you give yourself that opportunity to just, espérate, what's really going on here? If they can't answer you, that's for them to figure out. Like, the moment they're able to give you a response as to why they feel the way they feel, or they're coming at you the way they're coming at you, then things can be worked out. Otherwise, baby, you can hit the door. You can leave and think about better things. That's why I'm so grateful for who I am right now. Because while everything happened, you know, with certain things that I was involved in, like, my mentality was like, bitch, I don't need to get nervous. What the fuck? Like, I'm on business right now. Like, let's continue. Let's keep doing shit. Let's keep running it, because whatever they got going on, they'll fix it. They'll figure it out. If they want to come up and run up on anything else, we'll be here to handle it. But until then, we got business to run. Let's do this shit. That's the way I think now. I don't have time for the rah-rah. I don't have time for the bullshit. I have time for growth. I have time for elevation. I have time for things that are going to actually bring me into a different level in my life. If it's outside of that and it's not fun, I'm not there. I'm literally gone. I am not there. Oh my gosh. So yeah, everybody has emotions, guys. Everybody literally has emotions that you have to become acquainted with if you want to become a better being. Otherwise, you're going to be handled by it or by other people, which is in turn going to be it handling you. If you let somebody give you shadows without knowing your own shadows, you will not know what shadow is working there. A shadow is still going to be dark. Your shadow likes you though. Other people's shadows, they want to take you out. Their demons want to take you out. So if you don't know which demons is talking to you or trying to play, you're going to get fucked up. Everybody has light. Everybody has dark. This is why angels can be demons and demons can be angels. It's the same thing. You have both within you. So if you cannot tell yourself to get it together, to understand who you are emotionally, the same way you know yourself physically, even better, actually, you're gonna fall short in a lot of things in life. The moment you try to make a move, the moment you try to make that level up, a paradigm is going to start to shift. And the people that did not know their shadows are going to try to pull you back down. And if you are also someone that does not know their shadow, you will fall. The more you know yourself, light and dark, good feelings and bad feelings, the more you have control over your life and who you are and where you're going. Shit, say they can fuck with you if you won't, but by that time, not many people will want to. Dog, it's been a long road. But we are here, yes. Man, I miss coming here. You know, something that happens whenever I start talking to you guys, because I don't write scripts or nothing. I just be going off of the dome. So I come in, do my intro, you know, drop a little gem here, one or two, whatever. Then I start getting into my talk. And then it seems like once I get toward that middle part, that's when God starts speaking through me. Because it's just like, I want this to make sense. I want this to come out in a way where all of the things that I'm trying to put in together, because it's so many different scenarios, it's so many different segments of different pieces of a memory of moments that have happened that I'm trying to bring into this one encapsulated segment right here, this talk right here, for it to be understood. So sometimes I just be like, damn, like I wonder if that shit, like, damn. But I've come into the conclusion of like, let me just settle into what it is that I know is the truth. So then when it comes out, there is no confusion. You're gonna understand what I'm saying. You're gonna understand exactly what I'm trying to tell you if we're here. If we're not, I'm gonna see you on the other side some way. But we're here. And for us to know who we are, for us to know the things that we're capable of, that is pivotal. That is key. And there's only so much that we have to worry about after that, because we should not try to control things we cannot control. We never had control over them. We will never have control over them. The only things that we can control are the things that we can control, which is ourselves. Some people out here, they say they can't trust themselves. I pity you. I'm so serious. Like, I'm so serious. Like, why would you shit on yourself like that? Why would you downsize your kingship, your queenship like that? You can't trust yourself? Damn. Then who can you trust? You can't trust yourself? No wonder. Talk about it. But anyway, guys, I feel like this new moment, this new season that we're going into, because it's about to be my birthday, like I said in the beginning. This new is going to be amazing. These experiences that I'm about to go into are going to be different. I'm here for the healing for everybody that wants it. If you don't, I'm fine with that, because then this isn't for you. Sheesh. Before I ramble on another 30 minutes, y'all know what to do. Go ahead and do all the things. It's so nice to be back. It's so nice. It feels so good to just speak my mind on my here platform. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you ever want to chat, if you ever want to just chop it up about different theories, philosophies, morals, standards. I'm here for it all. I want to expand in knowledge. I want to expand in life. So I'm here for it all. And I'm here for you if you so choose to want my assistance. Other than that, I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your week, until next week type shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a break for a while again, probably another 40 episodes. But until then, guys, you have been watching another episode of Present Not Perfect. Yeah. I'm your host, Jeanite. Yeah, get the name right too. It's always been love. Mwah. 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 Bye, guys.